Hello.
Welcome.
Right. Welcome. Yes, we just had a bunch of workers here, and we finished the John and Charlotte Vineyard. That's just a name, literally.
It is. It's the people's property.
It's our neighbors.
It's our Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, and they get great waters. Like the grapes get huge and beautiful. And today we kind of did what we did last time. A lot of housekeeping. We suckered, we weeded, we had somebody on the weed eater, we had someone on the mower, we leaf pulled, we popped the plants, which is basically just kind of clipping off the long ends that hang over and shade the grapes. Yeah, it was a good day. You know, only 2 hours out here. You good?
I'm great.
Yeah? Looks good.
Yeah, it was only 2 hours.
It was
but
only
we
2
finished
hours.
everything we had to.
Yeah.
So we have, what, 9 people? So 9 times 2 is 18. So it was 18 hours of work.
18 hours of work done like that!
Woo!
But yeah, so, you know, we're definitely moving along. We're done with thinning right now, so we're kind of just, again, like last time, housekeeping, keeping it real. Mowing is hard to do right now because it's hot. We don't want to start a fire. So, you know, you have to do it in the early morning hours. But the weed eater, we can have running forever. So today we had 3 different people doing it. Girl, 2 boys, they're finishing up. I did it yesterday. Yes?
There's a spider on you.
Uh-oh. Just a complete mess every time. Yeah, you know, it's been a great day.
All right. So we're very proud about this. We did, how many rows is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7!
7 rows. It doesn't look like much, but it's pride and joy.
But so because we get EID water on this, whereas the rest of the vineyard is all on a well, you know, these grapes become huge, and it's a big task. Just to do 7 short rows, it's a lot, and it like hurts your soul a little bit because you're just like, oh, there's a lot of work to do.
It was great at the top, but then down at the bottom they started getting tiny. Here, we'll just walk you to them.
Right here are our grapes.
These ones, they look very underdeveloped.
They do, but that might be again because we had the late bud burst again.
Because that's underdeveloped. But these, as soon as, if you look at the change in leaves.
Nice one.
If you look at the change of it, it's really tiny, and then it gets really big with big grapes.
Look at these grapes.
No, these are beautiful.
These ones are really pretty. So white grapes are typically, you have really tight bunches. And so you can see that there's still a lot of air pockets in these right now. And it will definitely get bigger, and then they'll be so tight. And, you know, you'll clip it off, and it's just this bunch just
That's
right
the
there.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah. And, yeah, and they are so good and so sweet.
Hold on, I found the biggest one. Come here.
Oh, let's see.
I was so proud of myself. Okay. Where is it?
Oh, we've also got some Utaipa out here, at least what it
I don't
looks
think
like.
it was down here. I think it was up here. Yeah, we have a disease called Utaipa. Oh, there's that cute car. It's called Utaipa, and I don't really know what it does, but what it looks like, it stops photosynthesis. See, it like gets all crinkly and weird.
Yeah, and then that
Like,
is not.
and then it has laterals that push out that are healthy.
See, look at these grapes down here, though, too. Like, whoa.
Yes, here we
go.
go.
But look at the difference between these grapes with a healthy vine and then the grapes with the Utaipa. Like, it's a complete difference. Like, it's...
No, but look how beautiful this looks. We got weed eated and weeded next to the plant so the weed eater wouldn't hurt them.
Yes.
Because if you cut them...
If you hit the plant with the weed eater, it girdles it. And so that basically just puts a cut around it, and then you can't get anything from the roots to the shoots and nothing from the shoots to the roots. And that's actually what they do in the Napa Valley with the table grapes, is they girdle them so that way all the sugar stay up in the grapes. But then your plants are done after like 5 years.
8 years.
8 years, sorry.
But they start deteriorating at 5 years.
But yeah, so these plants, how old are these ones? 20?
These are like 30-year-olds.
30? But like they're 30 years old and they're still producing these beautiful hunks of grapes. Yeah. Please don't.
So yesterday while I was at work, they did a lot of work as well. They did the same thing but in a different part of the vineyard.
Yeah.
So exact same thing, literally. They weeded,
But we did this on the bottom of the far hill where
it's huge.
It's huge. And they got so many seconds on it, so we had to do the seconds, we had to air out the plant, we had to thin a little bit more. It was crazy. And then we also weed eated.
Yeah, but it's a lot of work and it helps with having 9 people show up. So it's always good for us to have help. Awesome. All right. I think that's it for now. What in the world? Like little nipples. Okay, so we're trying to find hornworms because they are bad.
Oh, wait, hang on, Shana, look at this.
Did you find one?
Hornworm, but look at this. What in
Whoa.
the world happened here?
Let's take a look.
Make sure it's on it. Okay, so it's right here.
It's all shriveled.
Yeah, it's a shriveled grape. next to
Maybe
this.
like a bug, like
I'm gonna
pinched
take
it
it off
off.
so that way we can pull it out in this.
Yeah, let's pull off this one too.
Here. Okay, so got this weird shriveled grapes for some reason.
The leaves look fine.
Yeah, why are they like
Oh, there's
this?
little yellow spots.
Weird.
Okay, but hornworms, back to hornworms. They eat the leaves and they have big old, okay, they're beautiful when they're adults. They have big old eyelashes that are all feathery. They're super beautiful.
But they eat the grape leaves.
Yes, they eat and destroy the grape leaves. Like they take out whole plants and they're gone. So I'm just trying to find them just because we need to keep them on a down low. But chickens love them. But we don't have any chickens here right now.
Down low.
On the down low. But we don't have any chickens here, so it'll be okay.
Oh shoot, there we go. You have to keep your bottom on it, otherwise it'll stop. All right.
All right, this doesn't look like much anymore, but we had cleared a path right here because we're gonna fence this in and put animals in here. But there's our first post in the ground. It took forever, a bunch of poison oak, and then you can't see it, but across the creek, there's a little flag. That's the other side.
I enjoyed the mower.
Okay, this is our most beautiful plant of poison oak that we've ever had. It's huge, and it has nice little glossy leaves. You just want to roll around in it. We are extremely allergic to poison oak in our family, and so we had just gotten over it. I haven't had poison oak for 2 weeks. But Josie has it all the time. She looks at it and it just gets on her. And of course the dogs bring it to us, and so we have those problems.
Stop it. Gosh, dang it.
Okay.
To the dump, let's go get away. Cause
Okay, first of all, that is a beautiful sight.
what?
A big old pile of horse poop.
Wait, hang on. Should we? This horse poop.
This horse
Is
poop used to be
amazing.
shoveled with us. In and out of the truck.
Makes
Now
big muscles.
we have these fancy people who would drop it off in a trailer, and they don't have to. We don't have to do anything.
It just dumps right on
And
it.
so we make mulch piles like that. It's okay. So they are usually twice as big, but they're twice as big at the beginning of the season because then later it all settles when it decomposes.
Yeah, it all comes together.
So they're always one side or the other with mulch piles because mulch piles, fungus and bacteria and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad for you to breathe it in when you're tractoring it. What is that?
Like, let's say that you take the tractor into the pile and stuff and you lift it up. Well, all of the spores and everything, and you just breathe it right in. And
Yeah.
so people are very much like against it or for it because there's a lot of good stuff in mulch piles, but there's also a couple bad
Like
things
mycorrhizae.
Ooh,
My favorite word I learned.
Yes.
No, but so another controversy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go. You
controversy.
got it.
Okay, is horse poop has a lot of nitrogen in it, which is you shouldn't have a lot of nitrogen in your plants.
Well,
because
you literally, it's a happy medium. You need the right amount.
it's called NPK.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't want the nitrogen running off your property because then it gets in people's drinking water.
No, it's not that. Like, we aren't worried about that because we tested it, and ours, it's 0% at the top of the creek, 0% at the bottom of the creek. So we're fine because our soil is so malnourished because this was an old mining place, so all of the topsoil was taken off, and $1 million of gold was taken out, which I could really use now. Oh, are you getting a sunburn?
Yeah, I'm getting sunburnt. Sorry, guys.
And oh, look at all the star thistle. Ouchie.
It feels so much better.
It does. But with us, we have people bring us horse poop.
Yes.
And
so
because
great.
we used to do like 13 truckloads a year.
Oh my
and
God,
that was
it
all
was-
putting it into the truck and out of the truck.
And like, I mean, you get muscles, but then you're sore.
And you smell like horse poop all the time.
Oh my gosh, I swear, your feet, like, they just,
Yeah,
so
you
gross.
have to have specific shoes for it.
Yeah,
because
you
it's
do,
so much.
otherwise it's...
And it's really hot and steamy. But so our mulch piles and also rats are in there all the time.
Oh, yeah,
But then
and
Dusty
dogs.
gets food. Because she
my
hunts them
gosh.
out of it. It's gross. It's a gross, sad
nasty.
story.
She's called carcass breath. because
She is called carcass
it's
breath.
so gross.
No, the saddest thing that happened was I was getting a load and I saw these little pink things falling out of the bucket, and I went and looked at it, and they were little baby rats. It was so sad.
Oh my
But I
God.
held them for a little while and then they died because they were just too
Gosh.
young. But I didn't know what else to do because I ruined their den, and then I think one of the cats ended up eating it.
Yeah, because our cats are hunters. Ow.
Here's our boy.
Oh no.
Oh, you're all wet. He went in the swamp.
So we were having a talk earlier about, will there be snakes out today? Or this year?
A bromance. Oh my gosh, look how much. Look at all the stickers on him. So his brother and Bronx, that dog, my dog, they have a total bromance. Whenever they see each other, they just like cuddle with each other, and Bronx licks them. It's so cute. Okay, go on.
So basically, I've got this fancy little gift called Snake Radar, where basically I can find snakes anywhere. But recently, there haven't been a lot of snakes out. Like last year, I almost ran over a rattlesnake with my car, and then I was freaking out because I am terrified of snakes. But you know, it's fine. But like, snakes are beneficial, I guess, like on the vineyard. But you know, we were wondering, like, okay, are we gonna see a lot of snakes or not? Because there was a year that we saw a lot. And what did we think it was from? Because it was so dry that they came in for water.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
So they came to the emitters where they were
Yeah.
dripping, so they could sit underneath and be cool.
And be
because it
cooled
was
off by water.
so hot.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
It was. And so, you know, we're thinking like, okay, are these snakes going to be coming out a lot this year? Are they not? Because we did have a lot of rainfall. The creek is actually still running, where in past years it's never running at this time. So we will see if Snake Radar has to come into play this year.
I've seen 2 gopher snakes, and it was the same female. And
Really?
she was pissed at me. I moved her, but I used a stick, and she just like glared at
Get
me.
away from me!
It was so sad.
Hi! Gosh dang it, frogs. All right, we are here at the dump. Big long line. Got all of our trash in the back underneath the tarp. Got the puppy dog, and then hopefully we're gonna get Bean Barn afterwards.
We are going to get Bean Barn afterwards.
Yes!
No matter what.
So happy. Wow, what are you doing cutting
He's
the
a-
line, man?
It looks like Taco, Texas. No, it's not Taco, Texas.
Brings. Oh! Gosh, you don't have to lick me. Wow, okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. But it's a huge long line, and Serta's driving this awesome big truck that we've got
I
here.
really hope I'm not being a total douchebag.
Are you
oh,
being
no.
a douchebag?
I am groovy like a drive-in.
Oh, Snoop Dogg! Hi, Bronx! All right,
Okay.
yeah, so we're here at the dump.
We finished our work. There's some of the workers stayed, and they're
needed a little bit
they're
more.
weeding some more areas. It's a lot of work. There's
It
a lot
is.
of stuff to do. We're never bored.
Never bored, sadly. But yeah, so we're here at the dump. We're gonna dump off all this trash, go home, and then we're gonna go and get pedicures afterwards. Yay! Because
It's her birthday.
Oh, it's my birthday!
19. Woo!
No, I'm 19 in 3 days.
Yeah.
Hit it right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna do a little pre-birthday celebration, and it'll be fun. Anyways,
Yeah.
Annyeong for now! And we're done at the dump, and we got Bean Barn, and we got these little things called the Baby Shark. It's basically their vanilla bean frappuccino. What is it? It's a frappuccino, right?
It's just a vanilla bean. It's just like
It's
flavor with
yeah.
milk and ice and just
Yeah,
vanilla.
it's vanilla bean, but they put blue raspberry syrup in it, and then they add a baby shark on top of it. It's so good,
I
so
already ate my tail off.
cute. She ate it. I saved mine because I like it a lot. But yeah, so this is our treat after doing the dump. Super yummy and delicious.